This whole year has been a collaboration piece of schedules, making sure that teachers have everything that they need to help support students in the classroom, collaborating with our paras, making sure that students are set up to be successful.
I just know I cannot do this job by myself, and that it takes a team, a village, to help all of these students succeed and to reach our class goals and our school district goals. And so I just know that collaborating with other teachers is so important, especially with my team, and then the office as well. I cannot live in an island. I have to, or on an island. I have to rely on coworkers to make everything happen that needs to happen.
Miss Cindy, we want to tell you that we care so much about you and just your strive for standards of excellence, for respect, and it goes far beyond that. We have seen you day after day showing up to work and serving our students. And you are the first person that they get to see in the morning, and the impact that you make is just instrumental.
So cool.
I think in my role as a speech-language pathologist, respect is something that is important just because I am working with parents and with teachers and with students, just really having that collaboration and working together in order to make sure that students receive the support that they need to meet their speech and language goals.
Well, I think anytime you are serving either adults or students, always following through is really, really important. So I make it #1 priority that if I have said to either a teacher or to a student, this is what I'm going to do and I'll get back to you, or I will set this up for you, I follow through with those, with that agreement, just to make sure that that consistency is always there, that they can trust that I'm going to come through with whatever I've said I'll come through with.
Many people may not realize with special education there's a tremendous amount of legal requirements and processes and paperwork, and all of those pieces need to happen basically to keep us out of potential litigious situations and to be in compliance with federal and state regulations. So there's a lot of moving parts, whether you're talking about like a pre-referral process, the evaluation process, eligibility, IEP development, all of that have a lot of moving parts, and consistency, organization, all those things are paramount.
Well, being innovative is thinking outside of the box, and a lot of things that we do in operations supports that kind of out-of-the-box thinking. I think a lot of the innovation that I've been able to support or provide the district is through our data that we've been bringing to our principals and our leadership, as well as our teachers, by being able to create a dashboard and create different systems for our leaders to make informed decisions and to support teaching and learning.
Well, I think with any creative arts, you're always trying to be as innovative and I guess the word I'm like adventurous with your musicals and other things as you can. I'm thankful that I have a really good team to work with, so it's not just me that's innovative. I've got Ms. Collins and Boston Jackson, as well as our choreographer, Kara Rivas, and our costumer, Kira Milliken, who's a graduate. And I think together we come up with ideas, we research. I don't know if it's much being innovative as it is copying what other people are doing and just making sure that you're doing your due diligence and finding the best stuff out there for our kids. So.
I believe that empathy is just connecting with individuals and finding where they're at so we can find a common ground to find the solutions for anything that's happening in the kitchens, anything that's happening within the school, feeding children in general, and just being able to find that emotional language to connect with them. And whatever language they utilize is the right language, and you just need to find the right space for it.
I think that knowing that everyone's different, you kind of have to cater your lessons and your teaching styles differently to each student. So being able to kind of get into their shoes and see what makes them tick, I think is important. It's also important to know what's happening around them, because sometimes the education part comes second. We kind of have to hit the behaviors or the situations first so that we can get to the education.
Perseverance definitely plays a huge role in what I do every day, both on a personal level and then as a teacher to my students. Personally, there's been a lot of new information coming into this district that I've had to learn. It's all been great, but it is a lot. So just kind of persevering and having that growth mindset of I might not do it right today, but I'm going to try again tomorrow and just continue getting better, definitely is kind of always at the forefront of my mind. And then with my students too, just making sure I convey that they need to have a growth mindset. I give them a lot of real world examples of what I do to persevere and what I'm going through to encourage them and help them realize that this is going to be a part of your daily life for the rest of your life. So we have to have that mindset now. And we practice it a lot in my classroom. If there's a word to describe what this year has been, and maybe for every middle school teacher, it's perseverance. And this is my very first year as an in-person classroom teacher. And so it feels a bit fitting that perseverance would be something that maybe others have acknowledged. Like I said, I think all of my colleagues here at the middle school, that could be something that would characterize all of them. We face all kinds of challenges every day. Our students face all kinds of challenges and barriers. Sometimes even their bodies are working against them. But my goal this year has been to convince myself and my students that we can do hard things and we can do it together. Even when we fail, even when we aren't sure what we're doing, that we're going to pick ourselves up and we're going to try again tomorrow, and that we're going to keep working towards our goal.